Hi. One of the reflections of our modern culture, our modern world today is that most of us are walking around like this. We're on the streets like this. We spend a lot of time like this. And our shoulders are up here. And many of us have so much tension going on in our face, in our upper body, that we don't even realize it because we're so conditioned to it. You know, our ability to deal with this like pain that we have, that we live with, that we do, when we're aware of it, it's awful. But we're mostly not aware of it because we're mostly distracted by our lives, by our stressful lives, and we just keep adding stress to this. You know, are you one of those people that that scrolls through videos on your phone all the time, and that are always looking at the news? Man, the media is the worst because these people profit by your fear, by your stress. Maybe you already know that. If you've ended up here, maybe you're already somewhat aware of the fact that the world is not doing you any favors by feeding you all of this stuff. And there are antidotes. One of them is stay off your devices. You don't really need to be on there. All it's going to do is feed this endless need to be stimulated by whatever it is, stimulated by our distractions. We distract ourselves. The problem is when we stop distracting ourselves, we become aware of the fact that we have all this tension and we really can't be around ourselves very much without something going on to distract us. There are ways around this. The shoulders are a big one. Until a few years ago, my shoulders were up here. Honestly, I exercised. It wasn't that I didn't exercise. It wasn't that I wasn't doing yoga regularly. It was, a lot of it was stress. And I've noticed that a lot of people whose shoulders are up here, all of their tension, every time they try to do something, anytime they expend any effort, you can see that effort in their face. They try to do whatever we do through our face. So we're not aware of how much tension is in our face, how much tension we have around our eyes. You know, we stress our eyes out. We're looking at screens all the time. So it's important to learn to relax your eyes. And this is a very big part of Qigong. And in yoga, we have drishti, right, which is the gaze, which is part of yoga. I don't know if it's part of, the yoga practices that happen on people that do yoga on YouTube. Mahayana Buddhist meditation and in Qigong, a lot of it is about just maintaining this horizontal gaze. So just softening your eyes. And if you don't look at anything in particular, you see everything. Your vision extends to here, and you see everything. But when we become interested in something, we only see the thing that we're interested in. For instance, if you're looking at a landscape, you see the whole landscape, but then your attention comes onto a bird flying in front of you, and all that you see is the bird. The relaxation of your face has a lot to do with the relaxation of your body. Noticing your tension up here. We do this. A lot of people have these lines right in here. You know what that's from, right? That's from that. That's judgment. A lot of judgment. When you see people with a line right here, they're always like passing judgment on everything. I'm sorry if this is you, but until you're aware, you can't really stop it, can you? And when we can relax our face, this starts to, go away, ultimately. I have students who, when they try to move their body, mostly what they do is they try to move their body with their face. Their face is doing this. And I know that I was like that. I know that I was like that. I was in a yoga class, and the teacher looked at me and said, you can't do this with your face. And I went, oh, I can't do this with my face. I had to become conscious of my face. I learned to relax my face. And as I worked every day on just sitting there and relaxing my face, my hips got a lot more flexible. I had a lot more openness in other places in my body because we're holding this energy up here instead of relaxing this, which allows other things to relax. Very simple exercise for the shoulders. We're going to start now. I want you to just pull your shoulders up to your ears. Maybe they're already up to your ears, but just pull them up to your ears consciously. And notice if you can move your neck freely here. So just try to do this, all right? Just a little bit, and then just try to relax, not your shoulders. Just let your shoulders stay up by your ears. And breathe. You can swing your arms here a little bit while I'm talking. But keep your shoulders up. So try to keep moving your shoulders up. So a lot of people by now are in agony because they have so much tension in their shoulders. So just try to bear with this for just, a very short time. The more you do this, the less bad it is. In fact, ultimately, I can do this for a long time now. Although I've got to say that initially, this was not a comfortable exercise for me, and eventually, it still might not be. I still have some tension in my neck. If you have tension in your shoulders, if you have problems with your shoulders, you also have problems with your neck. So I have this problem with this little neck movement that happens. It used to be very obvious. It's become less obvious because I've been working on it. I've been aware of it. I've been working on it. Sometimes I even go in front of the mirror and see if I'm moving my head like this when I'm just moving my body. So I try to not do that. I'm conscious of it. When you're conscious of these things, by now your shoulders are probably giving you a really hard time, if you're still up here at all. But I just want you to let it go. And just notice the difference. See how much your shoulders have relaxed just from that little bit of agony, yeah? That little bit of discomfort, whatever your level of discomfort was. So just feel this, because we're going to do this again. We're going to do this maybe a couple of more times. All right, now, pick up your shoulders again. Okay, so now just make sure that your head can move. All right, pick up your shoulders, make sure your head can move. Swing your arms back and forth like this. And now just let them dangle. Dangle, and swing from your waist, just your waist, right? If I step back, you can see that I'm not swinging my arms. My arms are hanging from my shoulders, so I'm not doing this. That's not really helping. Because I know this isn't fun. Just do this, though. Do this for a short amount of time. Maybe you can just lift one shoulder up higher and drop the other shoulder. And then this arm can just swing here, and this arm can swing here. How does that feel? And then maybe we switch. So that shoulder comes up, and then this arm is free, and maybe we do this. Or you can play with this, right? You can just swing one shoulder, hold on to one side, bring both sides back up, and let them down. And notice the difference. Notice the relief that you get when you let go. So you're holding onto your shoulders all the time, but when you start to engage those muscles that are so stressed, because they're always up there, then they can relax. You can't relax a muscle that isn't engaged. This is really important. And we're going to move on and get to that in a minute. But once again, pick up your shoulders like that. So now I want you to pull your shoulders forward. Pull your shoulders backward. What's going on in the rest of your body? See if you can relax your knees a little bit while you do this, right? Or you can see if you can straighten your knees. Right? Don't lock them, but straighten them and push your feet down as you pull your shoulders up. So your shoulders are already pushed up, so push your feet into the floor and see if you can bring energy up from your toes, engage your toes into the floor, and then your ankles, and then your knees, and then your inguinal area, this inguinal V, and then up to here. So if your shoulders are forward like this, and then relax. And now we're gonna bring our shoulders up, move them to the back. So elbows back, and now I want you to push your heels into the floor and straighten your knees, but don't lock them, but feel your ankles, the energy moving through your ankles and your knees. Engage your glutes. Engage your low back muscles. Pull your shoulder blades together. And now, just relax it. Feeling some relief now? Now that we've done this for a very short time, and we've only done this once. So, this is a key to the next step. So the next step is, I want you to engage your toes into the floor and your knees, but don't lock them. As you push your feet into the floor, feel the energy move from your knees down, the ankles, and then from here, from the inguinal area. And now I want you to apply some energy right in this area here. See if you can feel that. So this is an acupuncture point, Dabo, spleen 21. And then, of course, we have the shoulders. So as we extend our elbows out 45 degrees and hands down, we feel a pull, we feel pulling our shoulders down. So let the elbows come out and pull your shoulders down. And relax it. Feel the elbows come out and pull your shoulders down and then relax it. So now, I want you to tighten everything. Tighten your hands, your biceps, pull down your elbows, tighten your chest, pull yourself together, bring your shoulders up to your neck, tighten everything. See if you can tighten all the muscles in the front of your body. So whatever you can get to, whatever you can tighten, your quads, everything in the front, your chest, all of your core muscles in here. Just pull it up, pull it up, pull it up, pull it up, pull it up. Tighten everything, and now just relax it. And notice if you have any more, if there's any more that you can do when we try this again. So the front of the body, right? So the shoulders are going to move down, the elbows are going to roll out, palms of your hands are going to rotate back, and this is going to pull your shoulders forward. And just hold it. Stretch it. This is a stretch, right? Notice if you still feel this engaged, if you still feel your core engaged, if you still feel this point up here engaged, and relax it. Feel the difference. Feel the relief. Feel how much more movement you have already, and how much your body is just released. How much energy your body is just released from that little bit that we just did. Do it again now. Come up. So rotate your elbows forward. If your shoulders are up here, pull your shoulders down. Elbows are 45 degrees. So now I want you to swing your elbows back, pull your elbows together, and shift this tension from your heels, calves, up to the back of your knees. Engage your glutes. Engage your low back muscles. Those are hard to find, right? Underneath the shoulder blades, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then extend through your fingers. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, extend through your fingers. Exhale. Just keep rotating your elbows under and down. Oh, this might feel awful. But then rotate your elbows back and relax. And breathe. Now I've adapted this from an exercise that I learned from Master Yap, and that's part of the Yang Qigong, which I'm also learning from Master Yap at the moment, and I just wanted to present this to you as a basis. I won't be teaching Yang Qigong on YouTube. If you're interested in that, find Master Yap, go to his complete Yang Qigong on the Martial Man, and you can at least learn the movements. And you can learn the theory. But this is for everybody else. This is for people who just need to release their shoulders. So just relax your hands at your side. So pull your elbows down and out at 45 degrees. Rotate your palms backward and your elbows forward, and try to see if you can get more access to these lines of energy in the front of your body. When you do this, when you engage everything here, you're putting traction, which allows you to actually stretch effectively and straighten out all those muscle fibers, and then reverse it and pull the elbows forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Notice if your shoulders wanted to come up like that, but roll them down. See, my neck is like, but that's okay because it's less like that than it used to be. So I'm trying to get into these places so that they relax, and just relax. So that's all there is to it. Just do this and see if you feel a difference in your body. And if you do, and you like these, and you want to give me a like, and you want to ask me any questions, please feel free. I'll be back with more videos in the near future.